Hi, this is Guernica Mancini from the Gems, and you're watching CMS TV.
It is Chris Akin Presents, and I, of course, am Chris Akin. And today on the show, returning guest, one of my favorite bands out there that most of you still refuse to find. I'm going to make you find this band. That's all there is to it. The band, of course, is the Gems. They are back with their sophomore release, Year of the Snake. Lots of, I don't want to say changes because that makes you think that it's musically different or something, but I'll say lots of growth. Lots of growth in what we're doing here with Year of the Snake. Comes out on March 13th, which gives you plenty of time to pre-order it right now and get it into your hands on March 13th. And here to talk all about it is the vocalist, Miss Guernica Mancini. Guernica, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm better now that I have Year of the Snake.
That's awesome.
I mean, and you probably know this, not necessarily about me personally, but about everybody. People that do what I do, we love when we get just a good, solid record. We have to weed through a lot of junk. And you guys just, all the way even to the old days with the other band, it was always solid. It was just always solid material. So I'm loving this. I mean, a simple answer to Year of the Snake. I love it. It's different. It feels a little more radio polished, I guess, in some places. So why don't we start there? Why don't you, instead of me doing all this yakking, why don't you tell me about Year of the Snake and how you guys have grown and gelled together as a band and as a writing team to create this record?
Yeah, well, thank you for all those nice words, and I'm really happy you like our new record. But what I could say about Year of the Snake is that when we started writing for it, we obviously just had our debut album, Phoenix, and we toured a lot, just playing the full album, and then we added some other material. So one of our main goals when creating this album was what we felt we were missing live. Mm-hmm. So we felt we were missing a lot, like upbeat, faster songs. I know this album is a lot of mid-tempo, but they're very like energetic mid-tempo. So that was kind of the vibe that we felt that we needed live. And our goal is to be a great live band. So we need that kind of material for it to be a fun show, a fun rock show. And then on this album, we actually wrote most of it ourselves, which is also pretty cool. We did write, I think, I don't know exactly how many now, but the songs that we did have a co-writer on, it was our producer, Johan Randén. And we love him, and we work really well with him. But it's also really nice to know that we are fully capable ourselves to write really like good material. So it's been a fun, interesting process. And the reason why we decided Year of the Snake was because it's inspired by change and all the aspects of the Year of the Snake. So that's why we decided to name the album that, as well as Mona and Emily being snakes. And we also wanted to have a personal touch on this album, just like we did on Phoenix, which we released on my birthday, the 26th of January. Now on this album, we have that personal connection with the girls, being that they are snakes as well.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, let's dig into it a little bit, Guernica. Obviously, with Phoenix, there was that definite shedding old habits theme, and I don't want to get back into that whole mess of Thunder Mother versus Gems.
Unless you want to.
No, we did that. We did that last time. Last album and last interview cycle was your time to get that out. We're past that now. Done. That's the way I look at it. Is we're past that.
Yeah, but it's interesting. A lot of people, at least here in Sweden, they keep asking about it. But I think it's because it's almost like clickbait. It's like the drama is more interesting than actually hearing about what we're creating now and our future as the Gems. And I feel like extremely proud over the evolution that we've had as a band. I mean, we've only been a band for 3 years, and we've accomplished quite a lot.
And you've grown, and that's where I was going with this too, is the first record had that definitive theme, which was, I don't want to say combative, but it was definitely, we're still standing is kind of the message. This record here says more, we're not just standing here, we're we're gelled, we're together, we've got a different vibe.
Yeah.
Did you guys feel that going in? Do you feel like maybe the touring and the, being together as a unit for that last year and a half or whatever it's been has made you guys into a real band, where at first you guys might have been a collective that was trying to figure out how to be a band?
I always felt like we were a band. Like, I've never seen us as a collective at all. Like, we had to write those songs to get that out of our system.
Okay.
And so that's why the first record is the way it is. But now that we got the opportunity to, I mean, as a creative person, writing music is kind of how you deal with whatever you're going through in life. Sure. So we dealt with that, and then we moved on, and life keeps happening. So I feel like it's more of a evolution of just, I don't know. I've always felt like we were a band and we represented that well. It's just different stages of our lives.
Sure. And it could be, look, as a fan, just as a fan of what you do, it could be on this side, maybe I hadn't adjusted to it yet, because it did come very fast. It was, you were in, you were out, now there's a new band, boom. It was very, from an outsider, it definitely looked like fast. It felt fast. But regardless of that, I don't want to get into the old days. I want to stay with the current stuff. I want to dig right into the record. I got a lot of questions about it. I always try to start with my favorite song, super easy to it. You guys seem to have chosen it as well. I love Hot Bait. I love that whole ZZ Top shuffle flavor to it. But I love the way that you use your voice to kind of accentuate it. Like, ZZ Top, and I don't want to compare you to ZZ Top, but they have a certain, just a vibe. Their music is more vibey. You guys with Hot Bait, you've got that vibe, but then you've got your powerful vocal as almost another instrument going into it. Talk a little bit about that song and, what you guys were going for when you wrote it.
Well, we really wanted to write some more, I guess, cheeky material.
Right.
Being that we did come from a very serious album with all the feelings, now we wanted to add, sprinkle in some fun and some lightheartedness. And Hot Bait just was it was really fun and easy song to create together, because it was all like reminiscing of when we were single, and it's about obviously a one-night stand. And or maybe that's not obvious, but yeah,
obvious now. You told us.
I mean, it's obvious now. So we just wanted to have more easygoing material, like mix it up with the more serious stuff, because you need everything in life. And like on our first record we had Domino, and we love that vibe, so that's why we wanted to have I don't want to say a copy of Domino, because it's not, but it's like the same family. They're more related than I guess the rest of the songs on the album are. We just love that, and live, that vibe is just amazing. Sure. And I can visually see like people enjoying, like Domino was never a single, and it became and has become like such a popular song live. So I'm really excited for Hot Bait to become that as well, because it's I guess we all secretly are like old, not old man, but like we really like that kind of, I don't know how to say it without offend anybody, but like that really old school kind of classic rock.
Right on.
Hey, you, why are you watching this with commercials? Go commercial free and unlock exclusive content. Become a VIP today on Locals, Substack, or Rumble Premium. Stop waiting.
Well, and you do that a lot on this record. I mean, if radio people give this record a listen, there's 4 legitimate hits on it. And I mean, I'll start with Gravity. Gravity is a hit song. I mean, to my ears, you hear it. It's got that sing-song chorus, which is great. I can like you. I can envision it in a stadium full of people with everybody hands up, singing it, whatever. Yeah. Was that kind of a goal this time? Was maybe not a goal, because that just sounds orchestrated, but were you looking to maybe have something that you could use, like a Gravity or like a Live and Let Go, that could really, I don't know, it gives you more ability to become a bigger band, to raise your profile, because it is written in a way that radio could adapt to it?
I mean, we didn't necessarily look at it from that angle. We were more thinking about what would work live. And obviously playing arenas would be a dream to do that
Sure.
again, because that was a lot of fun
Right, sure.
when we did it that one time. No, but, so I don't know. That's a really, really good question, because all we had in mind every time we went in to write a song, we were like, we want to do a new Jump or a new Hot for a Teacher. And like, we want to do those like big, fun vibes. That's also, I think, why our album turned into a very 80s oozing type of album, because the kind of music that we write and we really enjoy, and especially we think works live because we like it, and you kind of see how the audience reacts to it. I mean, those big choruses, the hooks, all that stuff is really important. And then obviously we don't mind a really nice, good clean production.
Sure. No doubt. Well, and one of the things, Guernica, that I think, and maybe you see it differently, is I think, at least here in the States, the timing is perfect for what you guys are doing now, you know, with the success. You know, we've had the last 10 years where we've had a lot of, you know, bands that are either fronted by women or all women, whatnot. But it's been mostly the barking stuff. It's been mostly the ginger and Infected Rain. And yeah, it's been that. But now we're starting to see like a band like The Warning is wildly popular over here. Very clean sounding. You know, they do kind of what you do, in, you know, and admittedly they've had every break under the sun, and good for them. But I think the timing is right for that. What do you think? And do you think Year of the Snake could be that record for you to elevate you up?
I mean, that's the dream. It would be weird if I didn't hope that, but I'm also realistic about how tough it is to be in the music industry, and how hard it is to like just break through all the noise, because you can be great and nobody can hear you unless you have like a great strategy behind everything you do, and you need to like trick the algorithm and blah, blah, blah. So if you're not very technical, or you're putting all your effort into that, or have a team that can help you out financially with those kind of things, which we are still doing everything on our own. We do have a little help from the label, but I mean, we're not highly prioritized. So we're doing a lot on our own, doing our own management and all that stuff. But it makes me super happy to see the band like The Warning and seeing other bands similar to us. But I do feel like they are slightly more new metal, like they have still a very more modern touch. And I'm hoping that we can have our own lane eventually. And also maybe, you know, I mean, we want to do music full time. So obviously I would love for this record to kind of break us. I'm dying for that.
It has to happen. Well, that leads into the people that are watching right now. They need to buy something. It's that simple, you know. And I usually do this at the end, but I'll do it right here. We always tell everybody to buy something. You know, it's, if you're going to listen, if you're going to see if it works for you or not, fine. Go to Spotify, go to YouTube, whatever. Give it a listen. But if you like it, buy something. Buy a hat, buy a shirt, tchotchke, a vinyl, whatever it is, because that's what keeps you guys in business.
Exactly.
Where do we tell people to go to do that? Where's the best place that helps you?
Well, I mean, it depends, because we are selling, the album is being sold through Napalm's web shop. And if you buy it there now, it really helps us pay off our royalty debt.
Right.
But if you go to our own web shop, it's mostly just t-shirts and, you know, like regular merchandise, and then that money goes straight to us as a band. So it depends on how you're feeling.
Right on.
And you can find all the links in our, like, on our Instagram or Facebook page. There should be links to all of it.
All right. And what is your guys' website so that people know?
The website is for the web shop.
Yeah.
Let me double check.
Hardest question of the day.
It's easy. It's just that I don't have it. Let me see. the gem. I should have known this before.
That's
I
fine.
apologize. The gems merch. We have it through a Swedish company called Merch Ants, so it's on there
Okay.
through their thing. So it should be. Let me see. How do I do this?
Well, don't worry about it. I'll put it in the description at
Okay,
the end. How's
yeah.
that? We'll do that.
Yeah,
we'll
yeah, sorry.
make it easy so we don't
I don't
waste
have to
all your
waste
time
any
here.
more time
Yeah,
on this.
no problem. Well, Granika, obviously, I wanted to ask about one more song before we get to the, touring and whatnot.
Yeah.
Forgive and Forget.
Mm-hmm.
More than any song on this record, I love your voice. I mean, the vocal is very biggest vocal I think I've heard you do. It's just a great, strong voice that you found for this one. It's fiery, Talk about that one and talk about your performance on that one, especially. I'm not trying to downgrade what the other girls did, but I mean, that's a strong vocal song.
Thank you. I really appreciate that, because it's actually kind of funny that before I went into the studio, we did really well. Like, our pre-production was really greatly done, but it was really high. the chorus, certain parts, and I told the girls before I went to the studio, I was like, or the whole team, I was like, I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to do that, and I'm I don't want to disappoint you guys. It might be too high. And then while in the studio, I nailed it.
Nice.
And I was really proud of myself, because it's really high in a certain part. And I feel like the vocals being so close, and I feel like we managed to create a really beautiful ballad.
Sure.
And
Were you comfortable in showcasing like a more vulnerable side of your voice? Because you're usually every other song on this record, you're out front, and now this one is really kind of like a vulnerable, I think is probably the right word for it.
Yeah.
It feels very, pulled back and almost reserved in a way.
Yeah. I really enjoy doing that, actually. I really like showcasing my range and my variety of vocal skills. I mean, even though I don't growl and stuff, I feel like and I'm not going to compare to other singers, but I feel like I do a lot of different things. I'm not just one thing, you know what I mean? Like, I don't only do one run. I have my DNA, and you can hear it, and it's usually how I end stuff, but I always try to push myself to do more, because I get easily bored even if I love a voice, I feel like I can get easily bored if they just do the same thing in the same key, in the same power level all the time. It just gets boring to me. So I don't want to be a singer that bores people.
Right.
Even though I know there's a lot of singers that only do one thing and it works really well and they have amazing careers. That's no fun for me.
No,
that's why both me and the girls, when we write stuff, we are always trying to push the limits, like higher, low, like just to do everything. Plus, if you think of it in a live perspective, it's also really nice to have something where you can take a step back and relax a little bit, and not have to always go like,
I'm sure the guys in AC/DC are not too concerned though about that same sound.
No, that's what I mean. Like, for them,
but everybody can't be them
all the time, and it's like, it works for you, but
yeah, exactly. Well, Granika, since we're talking,
that was a horrible.
Well, thankfully you're not selling an AC/DC tribute band right now.
I do a Me and Highway to Hell. Like,
I'll bet. Nice. Well, Granika, obviously new record. Obviously it means that you're going to get out there on the road. You guys were pretty darn aggressive with the first record. Over 100 shows played for that one. For this one, what does the plan look like? More consistent hard touring, or is it going to be a little more strategic this time, or what does it look like?
It's a combination. We're definitely going to go out and play as much as possible. We're just a little more selective because there has been some changes in the band. Like, Mona became a mother last year. So and I think we're all getting older too. So we're just wanting to be selective because our time is, it's how do you say, we put value into our personal time too. It's not that we don't want to tour and stuff, but it's no fun to be in a venue with nobody there and you're freezing and it's not, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you need to, even though you need to do certain things in new markets, we've done it so much that we just feel like we owe it to ourselves to be more selective. But we have shows, a lot of shows, festivals this summer, and we're doing a 2-week tour now. In 1 month, we go like, the 21st of March, we go on a 2-week tour in Germany. We do 1 date in Switzerland, and then we're booking as we speak right now, talking about doing a part 2 in November, and before that doing like long weekends in Spain and France, like other, you know, countries, because we want to play everywhere, of course. And it would be nice to come to America as well, but I mean, that's, I think
you better have an awful lot of success over there to be able to afford to come over here. Is what I hear.
That's the thing. Like, it's not financially, it's very tough.
Sure.
But I mean, like you mentioned the Warning, they're coming to Sweden, and we were kind of like, what if we could open for them?
Yeah, there you go.
So cool.
That would be a good move. Absolutely. Well, Guernica, obviously you got a lot of great stuff coming. Year of the Snake is out March 13th. Pre-order it now, people, over at the Napalm website or at the link in the description. By the time you see this, I'll have figured out what it is. Yeah. And it is out on March 13th. And Guernica, what am I missing that you want people to know or anything like that?
The ultimate hub for metal talk is classicmetalshow.locals.com. Get free episodes, social commentary, and VIP exclusive content. It's our online home. That's classicmetalshow.locals.com.
Good question. No, just follow us everywhere. Like, wherever you stream your music, it does make a huge difference for us to have people actually following us on Spotify or Apple Music or Amazon. Because then whenever we do release something, you'll be the first one to see it. And it really helps us too, to have our monthly listeners and all that stuff. And unfortunately, that's very important for us to be booked.
Right.
You know, the booking agents look at that a lot, especially on Spotify. Like, how many monthly listeners do you have? How many streams do you have? Blah, blah, blah. So stream to be nice and then buy the record because it's cool.
Right.
To have the physical stuff.
That's right. And then buy a shirt to support the band so other people learn about the band.
We have some really, really nice designs. Like, we've had really cool graphics on this new album. Like, all the singles had cover work made by Erwan, a friend of ours that is a super talented guy. Like, we did a butterfly one and a snake one and and then the cover on this album now was the same girl that did the one I have behind me, Phoenix. So Georgia Cartieri made that. So we have we put some effort into the artwork as well. So that I think that, considering that people use AI for stuff like that now, that's also adds value to. It's like 100%. Man-made.
Right. Perfect. No robots in the gems. That's for sure. Nice. Well, one more time, the album is Year of the Snake. March 13th is the date. The band is the Gems. And Guernica, this has been fun. Thanks for joining me here on CHRIS AKIN
Thank you for
Presents.
having me again.
Get more metal in your inbox. The Classic Metal Show is on Substack. Listen or watch for free or subscribe for VIP exclusive content. Find us at cmspn.substack.com.